Welcome, this is Abby Ayola, and I'm currently at the Toronto Pearson Convention Center for the African Canadian Association GALA. So the United Nations said this year is the year of Africans in the diaspora. So that's what the African Canadian Association is all about. They're all about bringing Africans from different countries under one umbrella, because truly when you really think about it, we are all one, because we're all from the African continent. So that's what it's all about. And just stay tuned and let's go.
At this time, we will call on the president of the Nigerian Association to give us the welcome address.
We are just wonderful people. We are blessed. We are awesome. We are great. Is there anyone like us? No. My duty is to welcome all of you to this occasion. Thank you so very much for coming. Please enjoy the day and make as many friends as you can. Thank you.
All right, let's give a stronger hand of applause, please. All right, so I need you all to please stand for us to pay homage to this country, Canada, that has ushered us in, made us feel at home, is taking care of us anyway, anyhow. All right, so if we can all please stand. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
So what are you doing here tonight?
I'm here to participate in this major event. 10 years celebrating people from African descent. I'm glad that the UN declared that decade. And I'm amazed to see that during all those 10 years, there has not been many activities to see if people realize really the contribution of people from African descent in the global development of the world development.
So George, what's the African Canadian Association about?
It's a non-for-profit organization. We strive to see that we can develop our kids, we can develop our women, we can develop our children, and the adults, the elders. So we have many programs that we work with the community to bring them together.
We call on Pastor George to pray and open the program. Pastor George, please.
Our most Heavenly Father and everlasting God, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for bringing us here as a people from Africa. We have come in this land, oh God, and we are asking for your blessing. We thank you for the good things that you have been doing from the beginning right up to this time. I want to thank you, oh God, for our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, and the members of Parliament, and the members of government, members of the council. You say in your word that we pray for them, so they will lead us well. And so we've been praying in the various churches here, the mosques, everywhere we pray for them. That's why we are living well in Canada. But we are here, oh God, to bring our community together as we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
So I would like to take this moment to introduce the African Canadian Social Development Council President, Mr. Kabu Asante, to come forward and have a couple words. If you all could please give him a hand.
Honorable members of Parliament, His Excellencies, Consul General of Ghana in Toronto, various presidents of the community organizations, chiefs, religious leaders, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to stand before you this evening to welcome you to the first of 6 celebrations that we'll be holding in this city in commemoration of the International Decade of People of African Descent. All things being equal, next year we'll be coming back. The following year we'll be coming back. So if you are not among those who are being honored tonight, don't be worried. Next year it might be your turn, or maybe the year after. So as we celebrate tonight, as we honor our friends, our brothers, sisters here tonight, please, let us ask ourselves, what are we going to do as individuals to make somebody, our brother, our sister's life also a little better? Let us keep that in mind. So please, let's keep that in mind. And let's enjoy ourselves. And I wish you all a very good evening. Thank you, and God bless you.
So we're a group of dancers. We're from Burundi. It's a country in Central Africa. So we're here to celebrate this event, and we brought this our heritage, which is the dancing. So the dance, there is a umutsibo, which you saw. It's a movement. It's gentle movement. You use your hips and your torso, and you turn different ways. So it's a dance of just showing the beauty of the women and how proud you are of your culture. And some region they do different dances. So it depends of the region, but we chose the umutsibo because it's more common in all the regions.
I'm here with Ramesh Sangai, is an MP from the Brampton Centre. And I met Ramesh, I think 2-3 months ago at the Celebrity Men Who Can Cook. Will cook, yes. So now we're here at the African Canadian Association event, and is here also. What are you doing here, sir?
I'm here today. There's a big celebration going on here, international decade for the Black African origin people. And it's really, today I can see all over people enjoying the thing, beautiful costumes, nice clothes, beautiful ladies with the beautiful dresses. And you know, this is a time when we celebrate our customs, costumes and everything. That's the way we Canadians are. That's the way we bring our cultures back from our countries, come here, celebrate the things. And Africa, I tend to say Africans, they have given too much to the Canada. Not only to Canada, they have contributed to the whole world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kamal Khera, a proud Member of Parliament for this beautiful riding of Brampton West, along with my outstanding colleagues, Member of Parliament from Brampton North, Ruby Sahura, and Member of Parliament from Brampton Centre, Ramesh Sangha. Once again, I'd like to thank the organizers at the African Canadian Social Development Council for putting this event together to highlight the contributions that Canadians of African descent have made to our history, to our society. And as our Prime Minister always says, Black history and African history is Canadian history.
We're very happy to be here with all of you, and thank you, Nene, for inviting us here today. Thank you for hosting this event. To the ACSDC, this is an amazing initiative you've put on. I know by doing the work that you are doing, by recognizing people of all different communities, and I know there's so much diversity within the African, within the Black community, within the African community, and by hosting events like this, we are appreciating each other. You are doing half of the work that you're talking about, unity.
It's a really great honor for me and for my all Member Parliaments, Ruby Sohota, Kamal Khera, to be here in your presence, to be part of this function. I really thank you for inviting us, giving us the opportunity for celebrating International Decade of Peoples of Africa. I congratulate President Asante and his team for putting up this great show. It takes a great effort to celebrate such functions, and it's a great, give a big hand to President Asante.
Thank you very much. Let's give our MPs a beautiful round of applause and welcome. Okay, so at this time we are going to honor our recipients, and our first recipient is High Chief Femi Adeite. He was one of the first Africans to migrate to Canada after the Second World War. High Chief Adeite, who was 35 years old when he came to Canada, started his career when he was hired from London, England, to work in the Canadian Department of Public Health. Ever since, High Chief Adeite has devoted his life to the service of humanity. He will be 98 this year, and he's still strong, articulate, and retains a high sense of humor. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Femi Adeite, please come forward. We also call on Madam Sophia Boa. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the chief and his crew a big round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. We will be honoring Madam Sophie Nsia Yeboah. Let's give her a round of applause. Madam Nsia Yeboah is a retired Immigration and Refugee Board member and immigration consultant. She attended the University of Waterloo and graduated with an honors BA and later attended and obtained a master's in social psychology from University of Windsor. Her engagement in this organization included immigration services, shelter services, and providing new Africans with a comfortable, safe place to meet. And she was heralded by the African community. Her hard work in immigration was also recognized by the Vaughan Catholic School Board, former North York Board of Education. In retirement, Miss Nsia Yeboah has not slowed down. She continues to be a champion and strong guiding voice in immigration and still helps new and former clients. Let's give her a round of applause, please.
Zenya wote wenza family tulimona na me crazy. Bisho wani money when ngosi ya me say me crazy. Baby, oda na chichu me ofi me. Me anto manga me kasa chichu me da. Nanka mi ya wado kapenta. Mama mo kuma ba kumja. Mama mo we unseni. Oda no ti o raba. Me ya wado kapenta. Mama mo kuma ba kumja.
Our next recipient is Mr. Prince Berkeley for excellence in community and cultural development. Prince Berkeley is an active member of the Ghanaian community of Ontario, Canada since 1989. He has been at the forefront of fostering unity among Africans in the diaspora, especially in Canada. Prince Berkeley has held high-level positions within the Ghanaian community since 1993. As an active member of EWE, Canadian Cultural Organization of Ontario, ECHO, and a founding member of Council of EWE Associations of America, he has used his position to promote African cultural heritage and its people. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Prince Berkeley. Let's give him and his crew a big round of applause.
Mr. Alex?
They've invited me to be the keynote speaker. So it's a great honor. I don't take what I do for, like, it's not a comedy for me. I was born to do this. So it's not a job. It's not a career. It's not a profession. It's the calling. Thank you so much. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and leaving a message that will change their lives.
So what message are you going to be giving us tonight?
Well, because this is an African event, I want to take them back to where they come from, right? We tend to forget where we come from. There are things that we are forgetting behind. The fact we don't live on the continent does not mean that we don't respect and remember the continent. I have 7 points, but I'll give you point number one. One is just a simple respect. Right? We have respect for people where we come from. We love people where we come from. We can talk to our neighbors. We can ask our neighbors to watch our kids, right? But all those things don't exist here. But we have so much Africans. We can still practice our values. If they don't let us practice some certain things, nobody said we can't practice our values. They are practicing their values. Come on, somebody, right? So I need to remind me. In fact, when I was preparing for this, I learned I was reminded just going through this. And I usually use quotations from Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, but I wanted to use quotations from great African people, right? From Nkrumah, from Rawlings, from, Tafawa Balewa, from people who, these guys were only 35 years old when they moved motion to gain independence. Many of us are 40, 50. What motion are we moving? I know Afro Global. Let me express my love for Moses and Patricia. Great people, fine people. I still talk about them. I share their story. They are example of people who never forgot where they came from. See, that's true. They are people who never forgot. And people, I'm sure when they started, and I know this, people were like, no, this will hold you back. If you think where you came from will hold you back, you don't deserve where you came from. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. I am Nigerian and I'm proud.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable MPs here present, the heads of the various ethnic groups here present, all the invited guests here, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great pleasure for me to be called upon this evening to address this august gathering here today on account of people of African descent. For us in Ghana, we have played this role ever since we got independent in 1957. Our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, has always stated it clearly: an African is an African. Even if you don't live on African soil and you live outside the African soil, which we call the diaspora, you are still an African. You are always welcome to Africa, especially Ghana. We, over the years, have lived with our brothers who are Africans, and once you are a descendant of Africa, you are my brother, you are my sister, and that is what it is to us. A lot has happened in Ghana as far as our brothers and sisters in the diaspora are concerned. Some have come down and settled in Ghana. W.E. Du Bois, he has lived in Ghana, died in Ghana, buried in Ghana, and honored in Ghana. So also George Padbo. You go today and you can see them. For that matter, we have declared the whole of this year as the year of return. Yes, the year of return is important. If you go to Ghana, you can see it in one of the forts of our castle. It is written there, a door of no return. That was the door through which our brothers and sisters passed into slavery. And those who did that believed that the Africa would never come back again. 400 years down the line, Ghana is saying Africans are coming back. And that is why we call it the year of return. We will reverse it.
Thank you, sir. Let's give the Consul General a big round of applause. And as he said, Ghana welcomes you. The doors are open for you to come with your ideas and all of that. At this time, we're going to give a few more awards. And the next award goes to Kingsley Jesu Orobo, a lawyer by day and a poet by night. He is the founder, managing and principal partner of Kingsley Jesu Orobo Associates, barristers, solicitors, and notaries. During the 90s, Kingsley chaired the board of directors of Democratic Alliance for Nigerians in Canada, a pro-democracy group that joined in the struggle to end military rule in Nigeria. In 2017, the Nigerian Bar Association recognized him with an award of excellence for projecting the interest of Nigerian lawyers in the diaspora. Kingsley released his bestseller poetry book, Province of Poetry, in 2017, which he believes is a vehicle in his journey to drive reason to the point where it will be all season. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Kingsley a huge round of applause.
Oh, thank you very much for this honor, Mr. Consul General. I am so honored to be here tonight. Being a poet, I just want to do a quick poem. Africa is a continent that is blessed immensely. As we've been told, if we conquer disunity, we will arrive at our destination. There's one more thing we need to conquer as a people, and that is fear. There's a poem titled Fear, and that poem is one of the poems in my best-selling book, Province of Poetry. Oh, fear, a coat of many colors you wear. You always lock in the rear. In front are the barren children you bear. You block the road to success like a dike. Mongers hype your profile to make it spike. Terrains shake when you strike, as if you are thunder and the like. You always manage to find a way. The brave chases you away. The coward lets you hold sway. The pretender buys you on layaway. Thunder, dogs, waves, rave. But their screams can't nip the trip of the brave. We all ply paths only the brave could pave. Hail to whoever succumbs to fear only in the grave. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a beautiful poem. Let's give him a round of applause. All right. At this time, we call on Jacobeth Edith Wambai. Edith is a research consultant with Health and Life Promotion Research Consultancy, providing research and community education and support services to hospitals, local and international organizations, and caring for the sick. Edith serves as a volunteer on several boards and committees. She's a board member of African Canadian Social Development Council. From 2007 to 2015, Edith was a member of the Ministerial Advisory Council on HIV/AIDS, advising the Federal Minister of Health Canada on the federal initiatives on HIV/AIDS. Edith's international work includes working in Bangladesh with Canadian Public Health Association, Canadian International Immunization Initiative as a technical advisor to the Bangladesh government on vaccine preventable diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacobeth Wambai, let's give her a huge round of applause. Her award is Excellence in Humanitarian Services. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. I feel very honored to get this award. It really belongs to all of you. It's not mine because I cannot do all the work alone. I do it with teams of hardworking people, men and women of all races, and I thank you all for this honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. At this time, we will call on Jamila Aman, and her award is Excellence in Community. Jamila Aman is an independent consultant, activist in human rights and equity, researcher operating under Premier Canadian Business Solutions. Currently, she's pursuing her PhD in education, and her past educational background includes master's degree in leadership, postgraduate certificate in marketing, undergraduate in business, and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jamila Aman. And the award is being presented by the Consul General. Come.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I am honored, very humbled to be among prestigious individuals, and this award means the most. I have received few awards in the past, but this one is very special because it's from my people. I'm very proud of us. Tonight, the message I want to deliver is, I know Africans contributed greatly in the world, in Canada particularly, in science, technology, law, music, arts, community service, and everything. One message that I would like to give is, do business with Africans. The Jewish people's money circulates 19 times, 19 hands. The African money does not even circulate twice. So do business with Africans. Do business with each other. Live long Africa, the Africans, the leaders. Thank you, African Social Development Council. I'm deeply humbled. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give her another round of applause, please. All right, thank you very much. At this time, we call Chief Mrs. Sola Olubunmi. She's receiving the Excellence in Community Leadership. Chief Olubunmi is the president of Yoruba Community Association, one of the largest Nigerian organizations in Canada. She has worked at St. Michael's Hospital and currently working at Hamba Regional Hospital. Chief Olubunmi is a community leader. Chief Mrs. Olubunmi is an honoree of many chieftaincy titles. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Chief Mrs. Olubunmi for receiving the Excellence in Community Award.
Ìdúró sọ̀rọ̀, ìdúró gbèsè. Ìdúró gbèsè, ìdúró gbàyà. Ìdúró gbèsè, ìdúró gbàyà. Ìdúró gbèsè, ìdúró gbàyà. Ìdúró gbèsè, ìdúró gbàyà.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a true African. I'm a true African. I'm a true African. That is my mother's continent. No place like home, which is Africa. Language can divide us. Ethnicity can divide us. But humanity remains us as one. We can have differences. Differences is good. We use it for check and balance. Africans, whatever the differences, we must move forward. This is the beginning of moving forward. Let's come together. Nobody can do it for us. It's we can do it ourselves. Let's prove to the whole world that we can do it. Era of slavery, modern slavery, technology slavery, let's use this as a challenge to move forward and promote Africa. This honor goes to every son and daughter of African. Thank you, Nigerian. Thank you, Yoruba community. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mama. Let's give Mama a big round of applause, please.
Where are you from?
Well, my parents are from the Caribbean, but my name originates from Ethiopia. Yeah, so it's Amharic name. Yeah.
That is so cool. So what are you doing here at the African Canadian Association? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm here to enjoy the festivities of my people and my brethren and my sisters. And to be honest with you, I'm happy. I'm actually here to represent my friend and partner, Saran Gebre-Selassie, who I think she's receiving an award tonight. So I'm just here in support and solidarity. Yeah.
So, Miss Taya, what are you doing here tonight?
Well, I'm actually excited to be here at a place where we are reaching out to the needs of Africans and people of African descent. It's really interesting that many years ago, I was actually on the floor of the United Nations giving both oral and written submissions to the working group on the people for the people of African descent, and that was the 4th session. So I'm really excited to see that, first of all, we have a decade dedicated to the people of African descent, and my hope and desire is that the whole world will see we are people of integrity. We are people that have a lot to offer the world. A holistic view needs to be taken of the needs of the people of African descent. There's a lot of people of African descent still living in poverty. It's really suffering. And for those of us in the diaspora, we need to get the word out there on the fact that justice, economics matters a lot.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here with you tonight. I should say, first of all, welcome to the beautiful city of Brampton. And I'm joined by Councillor Charmaine Williams and Councillor Gurpreet Dillon. Now, I know we're all celebrating the International Decade for People of African Descent, and I want you to know that we're celebrating in a large way in Brampton. And we have a large African diaspora in Brampton, particularly from Ghana and particularly from Nigeria. Anyone here tonight from Ghana? How about Nigeria? Okay. Well, we're actually looking at doing a friendship agreement in those countries. So it's an exciting time as we try to look at new ways to foster this bond between Brampton and the African communities. I would note that Councillor Charmaine Williams this year became the first black woman elected to Brampton City Council, a trailblazer, and as part of Black History Month, we actually just 2 months ago renamed a street after John Shadrach, the first black city councillor in Brampton history. So we've been celebrating the Afro-Caribbean community all year long. The community makes incredible contributions to Brampton. So when I heard this gala was happening here in our city, we were elated that we'd have the honor of having this incredible organization. And listening to the speakers, seeing the Consul General from Ghana here, such an august crowd. Just wanted to say to the organizers, congratulations for putting together such an impressive dinner tonight. Now, I want to give a chance for Charmaine and Gurpreet to give a quick shout out as well. So Charmaine.
Thank you, everyone, and I feel so honored to be here amongst my people. Yes. So, you know, my background is Jamaican. I was born in England, but please, the Caribbean people are your cousins. So don't forget please. We need to come back to our homeland. You all know how to celebrate, how to get together, and how to heal. And we need to do that in the Caribbean communities as well. So don't forget us. We love you. We are all family. Mwah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Charmaine. My name is Councillor Gurpreet Dillon, and I echo everything these guys have said. And if I'll say one thing, our council is one of the most diverse councils in all of Canada. And so we have black people, South Asians, we have Portuguese, Italians, we have Anglo, we have everybody. And so one of our goals is to make sure that kids like kids here get an opportunity in the city going forward as well, whether they become counselors or whether they become decision makers and staff. And so that's our goal, to make a diverse city and to make sure that we're inclusive as well. And so, you know, these guys have said so much. All I want to say is enjoy the rest of the evening.
Hello, everybody. So we're going to continue giving out awards tonight. So this award is to Muna Ali, born and raised in Toronto, as a health management graduate from York University. Upon her graduation, Muna works at Medenta Community Services, where she displays her leadership and capabilities. As a youth mentorship coordinator, she led the process of outreach, recruitment, and selection of mentors while considering the importance in ethno-cultural identity and social background. So if you could please put your hands together for Muna Ali. Who's the next award from?
Is that what you have?
I'm sorry, barista.
At this time, we call on Larry to come and give us a short talk about the work they do and about sickle cell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Larry a big round of applause, please.
I'd like to thank the organizers of today's event for inviting the Sickle Cell Awareness Group of Ontario to bring some awareness and education on sickle cell disease. I would also like to use this opportunity to congratulate those who are receiving awards tonight. So we've heard many people spoke tonight about Africa and the importance of working together. Well, I want to bring some facts and figures to you tonight that may astound you. Some of you may be familiar with sickle cell disease, but I believe there are some that will be nicely surprised tonight. The World Health Organization and the United Nations has declared sickle cell disease as a global health menace. Sickle cell disease is the most common monogenetic disease in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, yet there is not much awareness around the disease. We are a village. We need to work together. If one child is affected by sickle cell disease, that child belongs to every one of us. So I say tonight, finding yourself to support sickle cell disease, because those children that are affected are also your children. That is the African mentality. Thank you.
Tonight?
Okay, tonight we are here to support our African, because it's an African International Day, so we are here to support our Africans and then to see how the culture go, because this is our first time of being here, so we just want to come and see how things is going and how it's being portrayed, so we can also tell next time when it's being done, we can invite our friends to come and then support the African International Day.
Perfect. Why are you here?
Oh, the same thing, my dear. The same thing. We are here to support.
That's perfect. And what do you guys wear? I love your dress. Like, where'd you get this dress from? Both of you. My gosh.
Actually, it was my daughter who bought it for me. So it was a Mother's Day surprise. Yeah, so I said, okay, so why not?
Our next recipient we ought to be proud of. Sharon's cutting-edge political and legal work has amassed a global following with her constituents. Sharon is presently running for public office in Parkdale High Park to take the fight for the courtroom, from the courtroom to Parliament Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Sharon. Sharon Gebre Selassie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Sharon. Let's give her a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you so much. What a vibrant community. Are we proud of our Africa?